What is going on, Falcons fans? Logan here. Welcome back to Rise Up Rundown, and if you're new here, welcome. So, with the 2019 NFL season basically right around the corner, I thought I'd kind of let all the Falcons fans know who our toughest opponents are and how we can beat them. And I know it's a bit early to preview those games, but it's always fun just to talk about it. Also, stay tuned for four events coming up actually, and those four events are, number one, my best players to draft in fantasy football 2019 is finally almost here. I'll release it sometime this week, maybe next week. Just remember, it won't be on this channel, it'll be on me and my brother's sports channel, which the link for that is in the description below. Number two, I'll make my final Falcons 2019 schedule prediction video sometime next week, and that one is on this channel. Number three, now I'm not sure when this will happen, but soon, all of my pals on the Unintentional Grounding crew, we're going to go live all together on the Forever I Love Atlanta Sports podcast, which their channel is also in my description below. We'll be predicting the Falcons 2019 schedule, and I'll give you some more information on that when I do get more information. And number four, me and my brother Lawson are going to make our full 2019 NFL season predictions. We're going to predict every NFL team's record, who makes playoffs, who wins Super Bowl. It'll be on me and my brother's sports channel, and that channel, like I said earlier, is in the description below. Not sure when that'll come out, maybe sometime next week, but go ahead and check that out. But anyway, on to the Falcons and their toughest opponents this year. Now, they have one of the harder schedules in the league. In fact, I think they're tied for the 7th hardest schedule. There's really not one easy game for us, but I'll break down the toughest games and how I think we can win this. The first one is Week 1 at the Minnesota Vikings. I'm not as high on the Vikings as I was in my previous schedule prediction videos, but this game will be hard. Not only are the Vikings a good team in general, but I mean, think about it. It's in Minnesota, also a very tough stadium to play in. Those fans will be loud, especially on a season opener. And it's just Week 1. We might not have things figured out, especially on the road. But we can win this game as long as we put in pressure on Kirk Cousins. That Vikings O-line is horrible. And Kirk Cousins showed last year that he doesn't do great having a bad O-line. Our offense will be fine. We can score against the Vikings defense. But if we can put some pressure against a terrible O-line, we can probably win this. Then Week 2 versus the Philadelphia Eagles. First off, I'm actually going to be going to this Falcons game. So if you're coming to this Falcons game, I hope we can maybe meet up and then just kind of talk about the game for a little while. But anyway, this is a tough matchup because one, the Eagles are a former Super Bowl champ, so they're a good team. But two, admittedly, they've kind of had our number recently. However, we can definitely win this game simply because, and I'm not even kidding, of the home field advantage. It's the first home game of the season, and it's a Sunday night matchup against a good team. Both the team and the crowd will be so energetic. I know I will. And I guess the Falcons just kind of always win Week 2 no matter who they play, so as long as we take advantage of being home, we'll be good. Oh, and we also got to take advantage of the Eagles' mediocre secondary. Then Week 3 at the Indianapolis Colts. Tough game. Andrew Luck, Marlon Mack, T.Y. Hilton, Jack Doyle, and heck, even Eric Ebron broke out last year. An underrated defense, and probably the best O-line in the league. Oh, and it's at Indianapolis. This is tough. But if we have our secondary step up and kill it on offense, it'll be hard for Andrew Luck and the Colts to win. Andrew Luck is a great player, but Matt Ryan can definitely score more if Ryan is playing an underrated but still not perfect defense. And if our secondary can step things up, I don't see how Marlon Mack can make the running game seriously keep the Colts in the game. Andrew Luck won't have anyone to throw it to and will be tired to keep up with the Atlanta offense. It'll be tough, but it's possible. Then Week 10 at the New Orleans Saints. This is maybe our hardest game of the season, because not only do the Saints have a pretty damn good roster, but also, the Superdome is one of the hardest places to play in. Of course, this crowd noise will help out the Saints. But you know, when Drew Brees struggles to score, like we saw at the end of last year, they kind of struggled to win games. So defense, you better show up. The Saints cannot win if they can't score. And let me guess. Oh, well, they still could barely beat the Eagles in the playoffs and should have beat the Rams. Okay, still shows that they struggle to win. So as long as Breeze can't score, we should be fine. Oh, and spoiler alert, the Thanksgiving game come week 13 won't be hard, because my previous takes that the Falcons will absolutely blow them out is still something I believe will happen. It's kind of hard for me to say that's a hard game if I think they're going to blow them out. Then week 11 at the Carolina Panthers. Now this game really just all depends. If Cam isn't healthy, then we'll win this game easily. But if Cam is healthy, then it's a competition. Now, not that Carolina is the hardest place to play in, but the Panthers do still have the Cardinals to help them out, and Cam, when healthy, can lead a pretty good Carolina team, but all we have to do is score a bunch of points. I don't hate this Panthers offense, but I also think they're the worst of the NFC South. I don't believe that Cam can actually score 35 points a game like the Falcons, Saints, and sometimes even Bucks. So if we score a bunch against a good defense, Cam will struggle to win. And last but not least, Week 15 at the San Francisco 49ers. I do believe in the Jimmy G, Kyle Shanahan-led offense, and the 49ers did make some moves on defense. Also, this game is all the way in San Francisco. But I think the Falcons' defense should know at least a little bit of Kyle Shanahan's playbook. I'm not worried about our offense. Our offense can definitely score. But if our defense remembers and prepares for Shanahan's playbook, what are the 49ers going to do then, you know? But that's all I have for that. I hope you guys agree with all this, and let's hope the Falcons can win those games. Stay tuned for those 4 events I said earlier, and other than that, please make sure to smash that like button, blow up the comment section, and definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any weekly content. There's new episodes every Tuesday and Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern, and I will see you guys this Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Rise up.